When people come to Quartzsite, Arizona from the cold of the northern states, you often hear them talk about campsites like the LTVA or Dome Rock or High Jolly or Plumosa Road, but you rarely hear them talk about Gold Nugget Rd BLM camping. Sure, there are cons like the jumping cactus, which we'll talk about later, but for the most part, this is a very private camping area. There's plenty of room to camper solo or with a group of friends. Here, you can do some grooming or take an outdoor shower without worrying about the neighbors peeking out their windows at you. To get to Gold Nugget Rd camping, take I-10 East out of Quartzsite about 9 miles and exit Gold Nugget Rd. Once crossing the cattle guard, the roads are no longer maintained by the county, so they're not in the greatest of shape. To the left, you'll first see the off-road vehicle staging area. There are lots of trails back there, so you're definitely going to see some off-road vehicles, especially on the weekends. Next up on the right is the BLM welcome sign for Gold Nugget Rd camping. This sign gives general information about the Bureau of Land Management, a federal lands notice, and a warning that you're in a border crossing area. Don't forget your off-roading decals. Continuing further down Gold Nugget Rd, you'll see a huge open area with plenty of camping available. Currently, the place is empty except for this group of people here loading up some off-road vehicles. This area is fine for an overnight stay, but the road noise from I-10 would be a problem. Good news, there's better camping here. Just before the large camping area is a road which is considered to be primitive. Most people don't even attempt it, but this is where you'll find the best camping. You should always walk a road before attempting it with your rig. The road is dirt with rock. It's got washboard in some areas, loose gravel in other areas, and you probably don't want to be on this road after a heavy rain. This little side road leads to a bunch of camping further down this road. It seems to be pretty popular down this way. But let's get back out on that primitive road and let me show you where I was camping. Here's the little private driveway to my camping area. I would say it can probably fit like 3 or 4 rigs over here. So now we're high above my camping area, looking back down that primitive road. You can see some trucks moving along I-10 at about center screen, and there's that large camping area, the open camping area that we looked at earlier. Most of this camping area has a nice rock base, so there's not a whole lot of dust. Here comes a truck approaching. Let's see just how much dust it produces as we fly high above it. Not too bad. Well, good morning. Traveling Troy here. I'm currently camped out at Gold Nugget Road, about 9 miles east on Interstate 10 from Quartzsite, Arizona. I really like this camping area. It's very quiet. Not a lot of people here. Plenty of area to camp. There's no one within a quarter mile, maybe half a mile away from me. But I wonder, why am I one of only maybe 10 to 12 other campers here? Well, I've come up with possibly 3 cons to this camping area. I'd say number 1 would be traffic noise, because Interstate 10 is just right over there. But there's a trick to that and how to limit the amount of traffic noise. Number 2 is going to be the flying cactus. And number 3, I would say, is they call the roads here primitive. So do you want to chance it? So come along. I'm going to give you a tour of the Gold Nugget Rd BLM camping area near Quartzsite, Arizona. Okay, so first let's start with the biggest con of this area, which is the jumping cactus. So you'll see these jumping cactus everywhere, all around the place. Look at that. Imagine if that pokes you, and they're all over the place. So just sitting here next to them, they look fine, right? No big deal. The problem is, here in southern Arizona, you get a lot of wind, 20 mile an hour plus winds around here. So these things will blow right off and they'll be on the ground. So next thing you know, you have walking hazards everywhere. And I think that's probably the biggest con, is a lot of people in this lifestyle, this RV or van lifestyle, they usually have pets with them. So if you have a dog running free off of a leash, or even on the leash, there's a good chance that your dog could step on one of these things. Let me show you. So here they are here, and the wind blows, and they start coming off, like right there, which isn't a big deal, right below the plant, right? But eventually the wind's going to pick that up, and it's going to blow it further away. So as you're walking and you step on that, that will go right through my shoe, right through the sole of my shoe. Of course, I have just regular running shoes, so they're not very good for this kind of stuff, but there's another one. And if you look closely, they're all over the place. So if your dog is roaming around, or even you, I get them stuck to my shoes all the time, but I just pull them off. They may stick me and hurt for a few seconds, but I get over it. But imagine if your dog comes back with one of these things stuck to its nose, to its butt, to its feet. That's not going to be very enjoyable. Okay, so another con I want to point out is the freeway traffic noise. Interstate 10 is right over there. I'm going to be quiet to see if you can hear it. You could probably pick that up a little bit. That's definitely the truck traffic out there. And you can actually see the white trucks going by over there. But that is the Interstate 10 over there with the trucks going through. Right there, there's one. And it comes around this way, right here. Interstate 10, this is heading east. But the thing is, as you continue this direction, you've got Guadalupe Peak over here. Interstate 10 is on the other side of this peak. So it really muffles a lot of the traffic over here and in the camping area that I'm in anyways. So once you've driven down about a mile and a half down the primitive road, you get behind Guadalupe Peak, and it really cuts down a lot on the traffic noise. You know, I'm not really sure what this building was, but with these two pass-through windows, I'm thinking maybe restaurant or bar. Well, if you drive down the primitive road far enough and get all the way down to the abandoned building, you'll see these slabs here. These are perfectly level, perfect spot to camp. Put your RV or your van right here. Pretty sweet.
Hi there. So I'm kind of hunkered down over here on this wall. I'm at a mine shaft on Gold Nugget Road near Quartzsite, Arizona. There's about 20-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the north, which is blowing right at this other side of the wall. So when I step up, it's going to get real windy. But what I wanted to show you is I have my other GoPro. I don't have a light with my GoPro, so I just kind of rubber band one on there. And I'm going to tie another rope to this, and I'm going to lower it down this mine shaft. I have no idea how deep it is. I've got a total of 100 feet of rope. I'm going to attach the first 50 and see what happens. Hopefully the light and the GoPro will pick up what's down there. I'll try and spin it around. I don't know. I've been wanting to do this ever since I started camping here at this place, and it's been like 13 days. So it's time to get it done because I'm about to leave. Let's go check it out.
To get an idea about where we are, that abandoned building is at about center screen, and my van is just beyond that. So I'm going to lower this down into the mine shaft, and I'm going to try to cut out as much of the major spinning as I can. Warning, this might make you dizzy.
There's 50 feet. Man, how far does this go down? Well, hey, thanks for watching this video. Hey, please like the video. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithms. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm making videos pretty much at least once a week, hopefully, maybe more. So what I want to end with on this video, all these ashes right here were the fire I had, from the fire I had last night, and I want to show you a time lapse of the sun setting right over here and this big blaze coming up, and then everything goes to darkness. So enjoy this time lapse and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.